All right, ladies and gentlemen, was I can't even speak. Was the legendary Super Saiyan Broly the best movie by Dragon Ball Z? Is it the best movie? Is it full of action? Is the animation good? Was the storyline good? Was it just a good movie in general? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You know, you got the new movie coming out, and basically, Akira Toriyama and the rest of the guys, you know, Funimation or whatever, who's ever's together, who's ever making the final decision, which is most likely going to be Akira Toriyama, who's the guy that basically invented Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, and is the big influencer and creator of Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball series. And well, I guess with the new one, they're basically saying that, the old Broly, he doesn't exist anymore. He is non-existent, and it's kind of hard to really, ignore the fact that the legendary Super Saiyan, the first movie that came out, and the following movies, Broly Returns, and the third one, Bio Broly, which, I guess was probably fan service, or was just something that they decided to do just to keep the thing going and keep the momentum going for Dragon Ball. But now there's a lot to mention here, a lot to talk about that I could talk about here, but I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it straightforward. Was it the best? I think it was one of the best. Was it the best? I'd say it's definitely up there. The second one that I think of that may be the best, or that may be fighting for this position, would be, I really liked the action and the animation and the fusion of I believe it's Fusion Reborn, if I'm not mistaken, with Gogeta, and I believe that was one of the best ones as well. You have the Tree of Might, which was a great one. You have the World's Strongest. So you got a lot of great movies that Dragon Ball came out with that I fell in love with as a kid. And I believe Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, was one of the best ones that came out. Broly, the character himself, maybe the storyline could have been just a little better. Just because, he was like basically angry at Goku for, waking him up in his sleep and crying, and basically floated away from planet Vegeta, I believe, before it exploded, and just got away with his massive power, and he basically just became this monster of just tremendous power, legendary Super Saiyan power, or he's just overflowing with power. And I think the storyline could have been better, but I think the movie itself was great. I thought the movie and the angles of the movie and the way they all teamed up, Trunks, Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, Vegeta being the most skeptical yet the most prideful person in Dragon Ball. In Dragon Ball. So it's just like, come on, man, what are you doing? You're the Prince of all Saiyans. You get all this pride, all this honor, but you automatically give up, when odds are against you. And that's what life is like, full of, just odds being against you. But the movie itself I thought it was a good movie. It was action packed, and that's what me, as a Dragon Ball lover, Dragon Ball Z Super, GT lover, I loved the action that this movie brought. I thought it was great, and there was like a couple versions, and there was like a version with the Rock version, like where it had not the Rock like Dwayne Johnson, but Rock, the music in the background was like, I think it was like Disturbed in the background and things like that. It really got me into the movie. And you know what, music is so powerful, and it's just like, it goes to show you like how much more, that music can play a huge role in anime or in a movie or just in life in general, and how much you can really, it really just affects certain things and influences your experience. But the movie Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, I thought it was a great movie. I thought it, had some decent humor in there. I thought they drew Broly really well. Man, the details on Dragon Ball Z was always like on point. It was, it was more of a sharper type of anime, a Dragon Ball, which is what I remembered growing up, in the 90s and into the 2000s or whatever, and just. And that was my thing. I thought, man, the green hair, the legendary Super Saiyan green hair, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great, fantastic, fun, cool. And you even had Master Roshi in there, when he gets all buff and ripped. And that was always pretty exciting, Roshi was going to go ahead and go in there and join them and he just gets massive all of a sudden and turns basically into a legendary Super Saiyan himself, if not a legendary Super Roshi. But he really didn't do nothing in this movie. He just kind of goofed off and realized that he was no match. And they left it up to the Z Fighters or the other guys. And just a funny scene, especially when he's like dancing and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think they drew him really well. They gave him some cool, like really, like just cool jewelry, I guess. And just made him look really, really edgy and just cool and just... really took the time and made him look like a superhero, if anything, with his armbands and stuff, and just outrageous power that he had. I mean, maybe you guys, if you guys are watching this, I mean, you guys probably like Broly, and especially the movie's gonna be coming out, so it's like, man, it's gonna be great. And they're talking about that. I'm hearing a lot, and I'm pretty sure from what I've read and what I've seen and what I saw that Gogeta is going to be in the new Dragon Ball Broly movie that's going to be coming up, I believe January or December coming up here, which is I'm probably most likely going to go watch and get some tickets. But yeah, I mean, I thought when it comes to legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I mean, was the storyline great? I mean, I definitely could have been better. But if you're a Dragon Ball fan like me, it kind of really did not matter. When you analyze things nowadays, there's a lot of Dragon Ball fans out there and YouTubers that talk about Dragon Ball, and they really pick at it. And I just keep it straightforward, and I can go into super detail, whatever. But I think they did great. I think that it's the Dragon Ball that I love with this movie. It's action packed, which is what I love. There's a lot of talk, in the Super, and Dragon Ball Super and things like that, and there's only a few episodes where I really loved that had great anime and really just brought back the greatest memories that I remembered in Dragon Ball. And I believe this is the Dragon Ball that I love was when Akira Toriyama was really the head of it, and they didn't really have too many other influencers or ideas coming across his desk, I guess, when it came to developing the stories and things like that. But anyways, I thought it was great. I mean, Broly was just this massive monster, just destroying the Z Fighter, destroying Gohan, destroying Goku, destroying Piccolo, destroying Trunks, all these guys, just smashing them. I mean, literally, Hulk smashing them, Broly smashing them. That's what Broly reminds me of. He's like I guess like Hulk. He's like 1 second he's good, and the next second he's just freaking the Hulk, man. And he just monster and just destroys them all. They're all Super Saiyan level, and they all go back to their normal levels and just tired and worn out. And I mean, I think they there's so many fighters in Dragon Ball, and I guess it's hard to give them all some screen time. And Goku being the main character, and just to give everyone screen time, it could be hard. To give them their moment. But I think Dragon Ball could do a better job of giving the other Z Fighters their moment, and giving them more just giving them more screen time, but also, like I said, their moment and just their chance to show off their techniques, whether it be like Piccolo's special beam cannon. There's a lot of Z Fighters, and a lot of them just get blown away, just like Cell and things like that, and especially in the Broly one where he just smashes them. and destroys all of them. And but it's a great movie. I think they did great. It's awesome. It's got the edgy feel to it. It's got the great drawing, the great art that I love and remember. So this is definitely an opinion of mine, but I think it's one of the best movies. Is it the best? It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it's definitely up there, fighting with other movies that are out there. I mean, I'm not including the Beerus one and all that stuff too, which I thought was great, which I'll make a video on maybe later on. But I think Broly was definitely one of the more awesome characters when it comes to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, the whole thing, and it's just awesome. I think Broly is just an awesome character, and what they did is bringing them back, and it's fan service, and they want to sell merchandise, they want to make money. It's a business, and if they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it right. But I think Dragon Ball itself is just so legendary itself that, I'm 27, and when I started watching it, I was like, it was like 20 years ago, I guess, and such a long time ago. I think Dragon Ball came out like in 1989, and that was like a year before I was born. And man, it's just a timeless anime. There's a lot of animes that come out, but I think Dragon Ball is like this huge giant, and Broly being one of the main characters who just crushes it. So guys, I'm gonna end it here, going on about 11 and a half minutes or so. So is it one of the best? I think it's definitely one of the best. It's kind of hard to say if it is the best. I may do a top 3, but I think it's one of the best, definitely, for sure. So you guys, hope you enjoyed this this video. Hope you enjoyed the pictures or whatever, and check it out, guys. I got a lot of other content on here too on my channel. This is my first Dragon Ball video, so guys, hope you like it, hope you enjoyed it, and we all look forward to the new Dragon Ball that's going to be coming out. The new movie is going to come out. So, but I think the Legendary Super Saiyan was definitely one of the best and more original and authentic. Now it's kind of more, it's fan service, and it's not as original. I think now it's just like playing with the characters and just mixing it all up and doing what people always wanted to see. But when it came to this movie particularly, it was very authentic. It was very original, organic, whatever you want to call it, and awesome. I thought it was just cool. It was intense. It was like, man, the characters were like, it was great. So guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Definitely gonna put out some more Dragon Ball videos. I like Dragon Ball, I love Dragon Ball, and until this day, I love it. So guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening and watching. Have a great day.